Hey guys, welcome to this week's vlog. So this week we are going to be talking about stress. Stress! It's my stressed face! So if you haven't listened to the meditation this week, of course I'll link it below, you can listen to it. It is a stress relief meditation, and stress is something I feel like we could all probably talk about for days, weeks, years. And the reason that I think we can talk about stress so much is, one, because we have so much of it, but two, because we've kind of created this culture of, I'm more stressed out than you are. I have more on my plate than you do. Look at all the, I'm juggling this many plates, you're juggling that many plates, and I have a few more. So somehow I get this badge, this stress badge on my chest. And that's not everyone. And I'm not saying that stress isn't valid. It is. There are real things in life that cause stress. Where I like to try to discern in my own life is this stress real stress? So is this something that I am just going to have to experience stress with because it is challenging, it is stressful, or is this stress that I'm putting onto myself? And to me, when it comes to managing stress, is being able to see, this is stress that I'm just going to have to live through. So for example, the illness of a family member. That's stressful. That is stressful. That probably just going to have to live through it. Now, can I choose to try to not live in it all the time? Yes. But it's an experience that is stressful and that I'm just going to experience. Versus, is this stress that I'm putting on myself? So let's say that I'm putting stress on myself because someone gave me negative feedback on a vlog or a podcast episode or a video that I did. I'm taking on their words as stress, and I'm taking it and I'm choosing to carry it around. So trying to discern those two things. And then for me, if I can discern them and I can try to release the stress that I'm putting on to myself, then I am only left with the stress that I just have to live through and deal with in life. So, and then when I talk about sort of the stress competition, what I mean is we're this culture of always do more, be more, achieve more, make more, have more. It's all more. And that creates so much stress. And I think we even apply it to the stress that we have, where we're like, oh, well, I'm the most stressed out and I'm the most sleep deprived and I'm the one working the most hours. And it's almost like this thing that we can brag about. And I am definitely guilty of that. I am definitely guilty of, going to the party and people being like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I am a yoga instructor. And they're like, oh, that must be nice. I'm like, yeah, it is nice, but I work 80 hours a week and, I work late at night and I get up early in the morning, and it's like I'm trying to prove my worthiness and validate my career by saying, yes, but it's really stressful and there's so much work and it's more. And one, who cares? Why am I trying to do that? I mean, really, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, why? Who cares? Is somehow their career more valid because it's more stressful and it has more hours? And is it really as stressful as they say? It might be. Or is it just that they're choosing to take on all of this extra stress and carry it around like a badge of honor? I don't see the value in that. I'm sitting here and I'm like, as I speak, I'm thinking about these things, and what is the value of taking on all this extra stress? It's just going to harm my body. It's just going to cause me to have poor health and not sleep well and not enjoy life because I'm just stressed about everything all the time. And I get it. I understand. And there is real stress. I mean, I think about in my life, my spouse is a student, and so we're a single income family, right? Like, at times, money stress is real stress. That's not a stress that you're just taking on. Perhaps it's just a stress you're going to have to live through for a while. But there are things that we just take on and we carry them around as if, we're more if we have more stress. But why? What if we took all of that time and that effort that we put into taking on more stress and then also talking about it and sharing it with others? What if we took all of that time and we put it into something else? What if we put it into doing something we enjoyed? What if we put it into learning a new skill? What if we put it into taking our dog for a walk? What if we put it into reading a book? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, if I took all the time that I just sat and I stressed about how much work I had to do and, what I had to do next to help build my business, and this is really a culture, this kind of entrepreneurial track that I've chosen for myself is one that's really a culture of more. You always have to be doing more to get your message out there. You have to be marketing, you have to be advertising, you have to be hustling, you have to be, you have to be on the internet, you have to be on the radio, you have to be on the TV, you have to be on blah, 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 all this stuff, right? All this noise. There's tons of it. If any of you are entrepreneurs out there and you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. But what if I took all the time that I spent just worrying and stressing about these things that I chose to take on? If I'm sitting there and I'm worrying about, I don't have a very strong media presence, what am I going to do? Well, I'm thinking if I took that time, I could either A, work on building up that presence instead of worrying about it, so doing something proactive about it, or B, if I don't have that strong presence, why is that such a bad thing? Why am I worrying about it? And I could be doing something else that I enjoy. I may not need that strong media presence, or I may not need all of the things all of the time. And if I sit there thinking about them and stressing about them, I'm just wasting a lot of time. And I could be using that time to do something fulfilling or doing something proactive to help alleviate that stress. And so that's what I really think about when I think about stress is, what do I have to live through, but what have I taken on my own, and what can I kind of release and let go of, and what are the proactive steps I can do to start alleviating my stress? So stress relief for me are things like setting a set time for myself to be done with work. So I used to work all the time, and I would work all day, all night, just all the time, and work. That was me. So if I say, okay, tonight I'm going to work on my business, or I'm going to teach classes, or I'm going to be done by 7 o'clock. And at 7 o'clock, I'm done. And I know it sounds wild, and it's like, whoa, all these things could happen, and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm done. And that's something I've started to do recently, and it's really helped with my stress. Second thing is do something that helps take my mind off of my stress before I sleep. I'm the kind of person that will have these stress dreams about things, and so I read a book. Usually I like to read fiction at night and nonfiction during the day. Just a little fun fact about me. So I'll read whatever, a mystery, or I'll read anything. Right now I'm reading a book about how the FBI was created. So kind of that one's not fiction, but it's interesting, and it's certainly different from my everyday life, so it helps to take my mind off of it. And then that helps me sleep better. I make sure that I take care of myself, so I'm drinking water and I'm moving and I'm doing things that will bring me joy and make me laugh. That's just an important part of self-care. And probably one of the biggest lessons I've learned in stress management is learning how to say no. And that was so hard, and I'm still not very good at it, but I'm trying. I'm the kind of person that wants to say yes to everything. The Shonda Rhimes book, A Year of Yes, I haven't read it, but I just read the title, and maybe I should read the book before I criticize it. But I feel like I lived several years of yes, where I just said yes to everything, and my plate became so full I couldn't even pick it up. I didn't even know where to start eating because it was just so full. And I just took on everything that came my way. I said, yes, I'll do it. Yes, I'll do it. It was a new opportunity, a new challenge, a new client, a new student, a new class, a new, marketing opportunity, a new this, a new that. I said, yes, I'll take it. And then I had so much, and I couldn't give it back. And so once I learned how to say no. And once I learned how to say thank you, but I'm at my max capacity right now, that revolutionized the way that I looked at stress and the way that I was impacted by stress. Because a lot of the stress that I was creating for myself was just taking on too much and thinking that I was superhuman and that I could just do it all. And I can't. No one can. And then also leaves time for me to take care of myself and to spend time with my family and spend time with my dog and to spend time reading and doing puzzles and those things that I like. You know, getting a glass of wine with friends. And to me, really, that changed everything. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily how it will change your stress, but just look at, where am I taking on stress? Where am I kind of choosing stress in my life? And then how can I start taking those things away? So for me, all the stress I was choosing was taking on all these projects and things. And so I started, not taking on so many and starting to drop the ones that I wasn't passionate about, that I didn't need. But where are you creating stress in your life? Where are you choosing stress in your life? Do you find that you're kind of wearing it like a badge of honor? Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're living through stress right now and it's just stress you're going to have to live through. How are you going to deal with it? Are you going to keep a regular meditation practice? What are you going to do to alleviate that stress? Because it is important and it is something that our world is stressful and we need to learn how to deal with it. So I hope that you found this interesting and insightful and, enjoy listening to my ramblings. If you have any thoughts or topics you'd like me to cover, you can just send me a little note and I'll get back to you shortly. Thanks, guys. See you next week.